Good morning, all. The other day, we started with moment of inertia, right? Where moment of inertia is defined as the second moment of area, right? Moment of inertia, MI, is defined as the second moment of area. Whichever axis I want to find the moment of inertia of a particular body, I will be knowing the perpendicular distance between it, right? So moment of inertia about that particular axis, say for example, Ixx is given by the second moment of area, that is area into y is the first moment again into y, so a into y square, generalized equation for moment of inertia. Based on this, we have seen concepts like radius of gyration, right? And we also have studied about the parallel axis theorem and perpendicular axis theorem, right? And we make use of parallel axis theorem very often while doing the numericals. So it is important. Apart from this, yesterday we started with the derivations, wherein we found the moment of inertia of a rectangular section whose width is b and whose depth is d, right? XX is a centroidal axis, that is the axis passing through its centroid, and YY is passing through the centroid again, the vertical axis. So can you tell me what was IXX formula that we derived? IXX was, what was the formula that we obtained?
B dq by 12.
Yes, XX is this, so parallel to this is B. So B D cube by 12. IYY parallel to that is D. So D B cube by 12. IXX and IYY we have obtained. Also, we know that the polar moment of inertia can be obtained when I know the other two moment of inertia about the other two planes, which is got by the perpendicular axis theorem, that is IXX plus IYY is going to give me the polar moment of inertia IZZ, correct? Then for a rectangular section, if I want to find the moment about its moment of inertia about its base, say AB, I take the base, the perpendicular distance between this plane and the centroidal axis, we took it as d by 2, right? So what was IAB that you obtained?
B dq by 3.
Correct. B d cube by 3 was the moment of inertia for a rectangular section about its base. Apart from this, we obtained the moment of inertia for a circular section where x-x axis and y-y axis are passing through its centroid, so it's centroidal axis. So in this case, because it is a symmetrical figure, Ixx will be equal to Iyy, which is equal to what was the value that you obtained in terms of r, if r is considered as the radius. Pi.
R raised to 4 by 4.
Yes, pi r raised to 4 by 4. The same thing, if I want to write it in terms of diameter, we know we will put d equal to r by 2, we know, right? So based on that, I will get pi d raised to 4 by 64. Okay, so if diameter is given to us and I want to find the moment of inertia in terms of diameter, it is pi d raised to 4 by 64. Ixx and Iyy are going to be same because circle is a symmetrical figure. Next, coming to, we did one more geometric figure, that is a triangle, right? So when we started the derivation for a triangle, we know the CG of a triangle is here, right? This is h by 3 and CG said the axes that are passing are xx and yy. So I cannot directly start with finding the moment of inertia of Ixx. So first we found for IAB about the base. What was the formula for the moment of inertia of a triangular section about the base?
BH cube upon 12.
BH cube by 12, correct. BH cube by 12. So that was about the base. Then we used our parallel axis theorem, whereas IAB is going to be equal to IXX plus AD square. We made use of this and found the IXX value for this particular figure. What was the IXX value?
BH cube by 36.
BH cube by 36. Correct. So these equations are very important. You have to memorize them. So because if you know these, then only you will be able to solve the numericals. Clear? So today we will take up semicircle. Okay. So semicircle, and we'll see a few examples also. So find the moment of inertia of a semicircle. So I'll draw the figure. It goes like this. Semicircle is what? Half of a circle, correct? So this is the semicircle. Now I will take as this as y-axis, okay? And I'll call this as AB, base, because I know that semicircle's centroid is here, right? So this axis, x-axis and y-y axis are always passing through the centroid point. So this is x-x, this is y-y. Can you tell me what is this distance of the centroid? We have done in centroid numericals. What is this distance? Centroid of a semicircle, what is the distance? It is in terms of r and pi.
4r by 3 pi.
Correct. So this distance is 4r by 3 pi, we know. AB is the base of the semicircle, XX is the centroidal axis, that is, that axis is passing through the centroid of the semicircle, that's why it is called centroidal axis. Now same like yesterday as in same like we do for circle, I have to consider an elemental strip. So when I consider the elemental strip, it will have two differential parameters. One would be r and one would be theta. So this is your elemental strip, right? Its radius could be ranging from 0 to r. So it is moving like this also, okay, radius. So one I'll have a differential element for r dr, that is limits would be 0 to r. And then this area could expand like this also, being from small theta, some value of d theta, to an entire value of 180 degree, 0 to pi, right? So two differential elements I will have parameters, and hence I'll have double integration over here. So we know these, they are same like how we write for circle. So if r is the radius, right, and it is making an angle of d theta at an angle of theta, so the length of the arc is going to be given by r into d theta. Correct? This length is r into inscribed angle, that is going to be d theta. In this, let this width be dy. Okay, the width of the elemental area is dy. Then height I want. So this sector looks like a triangle. We'll assume it's like a triangle. And this is the CG. CG of a triangle is where 1/3 of base. From the base, 1/3. So somewhere here. So this distance is going to be my y, whose value is r sine theta. Okay, I will be making use of this. So this height is going to be y, which is called as r sine theta. So you have to write, whenever we are doing the derivations, so you have to write initially some part of the diagram that you are drawing. Okay, so consider a semicircle of radius r as shown in the figure. Choose a differential element of angular width d theta, making an angle theta, and the radial width as dr at a distance r from the center. The area of the differential element will be given by, what is the area now? dA is going to be equal to this into dy. Sorry, dr, this is not dy, dr. So this is going to be r into d theta into dr. Correct? So this becomes r dr into d theta. That is the differential element differential area. Okay, so dA is r dr into d theta. Now, after this, I'll have to substitute for y. The distance of dA from, or the centroid, the distance is given by y equal to r sine of theta, right? This is the distance of the differential element from the diameter. Now, moment of inertia formula, DIAB, if I want to get the moment of inertia about the base, it is going to be y square into dA. Correct? Second moment of area. Area is dA and perpendicular distance is y, right? Let us substitute for y also, and let us substitute for a also. So we know that y is given by r sine of theta, the whole square, into dA is given by r into dr into d theta. Correct? Open the brackets. I'll have r square sine square theta into r. I'll make this r cube here only. Okay? dr into d theta. This r and this r square together is r cube. R cube sine square theta dr into d theta is your DIAB. Now, if I want IAB, then I'll have to introduce what? the integration. So I have two differential elements. So I'll have double integration coming into picture. So it is going to be integration of 0 to r, and integration of theta would be 0 to pi, right? R cube. For sine square, let us substitute as 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2, okay, into dr into d theta. I just substituted for a sine square its formula. Okay. So then when I open the one of the integration signs, I'll have 0 to r left up with me. I'll take half outside. Okay. 0 to r as it is. Then I have r cube. I'll take it to the right hand side. This becomes theta minus sine 2 theta by 2 with limits 0 to pi. R cube is remaining and dr, because d theta ka we have already done. So this, when you substitute for the limits, so half 0 to r is there as it is. This becomes pi minus sine 2 pi by 2. That value would be equal to pi. Okay, r cube into dr. Now let us open the second integration, that is r cube. R cube will be r raised to 4. So I'm left up with half pi r raised to 4 by 4 with 0 to r as my limits, correct? So what is the final answer? IAB. Hence we get IAB is going to be equal to half into pi r raised to 4 by 4, which is nothing but pi r raised to 4 by 8. Correct, no? Yeah. So this is IAB. That is moment of inertia of a semicircle about the base. AB is the base. Now, I want to find the IXX, which is passing through the centroid. So for this, I will apply what? Parallel axis theorem. I know the distance between these two is given by 4r by 3 pi. Okay. So to find moment of inertia about the IXX using parallel axis theorem, okay, that is IAB is going to be equal to IXX plus AD square, where what is the D value now? D is going to be equal to 4r by 3 pi. Substitute. So IXX is going to be equal to now IAB minus AD square. IAB you got pi r raised to 4 by 8 minus, what is area of a semicircle? Pi r square by 2, correct? Into D is 4r by 3 pi the whole square. Open this brackets and get me the answer. Pi r raised to 4 by 8 minus, see this is r square and this is r square, so r raised to 4. So 4 4s are 16. 16 pi r raised to 4, all your numerator, pi r raised to 4, okay, divided by 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18 pi, right? You can do one thing, you can substitute for pi and 8, you can substitute 16 and 18 by pi and get me in terms of decimals. Please get me the value in terms of decimal. Put pi as 3.142 divided by 8, you will get in terms of r raised to 4. Here 16 into 3.142 divided by 18, or pi 1. Get me this value please. What is your IXX? Quickly. I hope you all are sitting with the calculators. Decimal, point something you get. Yes, anybody? What is this value? You can put it into the chat box if you don't want to unmute. Point minus barala. Sanju. Will not get minus. Anybody else? 0.39. No. It is 0.11 r raised to 4. Is there anybody who got 10? Okay, fine. 109 is as good as 11. Correct. It is 0.11 r raised to 4. Kiran has got it. Okay, so Ixx value would be 0.11 r raised to 4. This is first we obtained about the base and then we found about the centroidal axis. Okay, so for quarter circle also it is on the same lines. Here, area, everything will remain same. Here you will put the limits 0 to pi by 2. And then when you do 0 to pi by 2, this changes. The value at this point will change and you will get a different IAP and IXX. Okay. So we will write down the formulae of the standard figures and let's see. So first I'll write it for a rectangle. Okay. I need to write the diagram. Then this. So for a rectangle, we know this is the rectangle. This is our Ixx. This is our YYY because this is our centroid and this is the base AB. So Ixx, we got what? BD cubed by 12. Iyy, we got DB cubed by 12. And IAB, we got BD cubed by 3. Right? You all also will make a chart like this in your books on a paper and keep it handy when we solve the numericals. Till you get used to these equations, it is very important. So you also will write all the formulas in one page. Right? Next, we have a triangle. Triangle looks like this. Correct? This is the CG of the triangle. Right? This is its x axis. This is its y axis. This is the base AB. So Ixx we have found BH cubed by 36 and IAB we got BH cubed by 12. XX we got, AB we got. What about IYY? Any guesses how do we get IYY? See this one I want. How to get that IYY? Now when you're doing, we have not derived, okay? But when we are doing for IYY, in numericals you will get IYY you have to find. So look at this now. I want moment of inertia about this. If I tilt this page, I mean I want this, correct? IYY now is looking like Ixx and I want the moment of inertia of this figure about this axis. Now look, along this axis means there are two triangles about the base. It looks like there are two triangles which are about the base. So this triangle ka base is also this triangle ka base is also this. So what I can do, I can use IAB equation, that is moment of inertia about the base, BH cubed by 12, two times, where your B becomes this distance, that is height. H becomes this distance. H is what now? B by 2. So BH cube by 12, two times if you do, you will get the IYY. Okay. So observe IYY is two triangles about the base. Oh, it's not visible. Sorry. Two triangles about the base. Right. So about the base means, I'll write it over here. 2. BH cube by 12 I have to make use. B would be H and H would be B by 2. BH cube by 12. Two times of this, matlab it is going to give me IYY. Clear? So whenever we are doing IYY in case of a triangle for numericals, the formula will remain same. This becomes the base when I tilt the paper, right? Or the figure. So that time I will make use of this. Then third we did for a circle. This is the centroidal axis, XX and YY centroid. So I got Ixx, which is going to be equal to Iyy, pi r raised to 4 by 4. Or Ixx, which is equal to Iyy, in terms of d would be pi d raised to 4 by 64. Correct? So this was for a circle. Then semicircle. Here. Semicircle we'll consider. The semicircle is going to look like this. This is the centroid of the semicircle, so I'll call this as xx. This is yy. This distance I know that it is 4r by 3 pi, right? This is AB. So first we found for IAB. What was IAB? Just now we did for a semicircle. It is pi r raised to 4 by 8. IAB is pi r raised to 4 by 8. From the parallel axis theorem, we found the Ixx, that is 0.11 r raised to 4, and Iyy would be pi r raised to 4 by 8 only. Along this would be pi r raised to 4 by 8. Okay. Then quarter circle, I'll give you the values today and I want you to try tomorrow. So quarter circle is like this generally. Uska CG ऐसा रहेगा. This distance is also 4r by 3 pi. This distance also is 4r by 3 pi. Matlab once I will find it along AB and then I will find this xx, right, using the parallel axis theorem, and then yy using the parallel axis theorem again. So in this case, for a quarter circle, Ixx is going to be equal to Iyy, which is 0.8554 r raised to 4. Okay, and IAB about the base is pi r raised to 4 by 16. So I want you to try this. For this, limits change. So try and see what answer you will get. These are the formulae for Ixx and IAB in case of a quarter circle. Clear? Any doubt till here? Anybody's got any doubt? Okay. We'll do one thing. We'll take numerical. Okay. So let's see. So first one, determine, sit with the calculators please. Determine the moment of inertia of the I section shown in figure about the centroidal axis. I want to find the MI about the centroidal axis of what? Centroidal axis of that particular figure. Clear? So the diagram goes like this. Okay. So this is your X. This is going to be your Y. Am I right? They've given the dimensions. This is 200 mm. And here it is going to be 300 mm, 200 mm, 300 mm. This is 10 mm. This is also 10 mm. This distance is 300 mm. Okay. 200 by 10, 300 by 10, 300 by, iska thickness is also 10. Clear? So this is the I section. They have told clearly find MI about centroidal axis. If you would have told find MI about the base, then this becomes my base and I would have applied the IAB formula for this rectangles and done. But they're telling about centroidal axis. Matlab, first I need to locate its CG. Locate its CG means what? Entire figure CG. That means I need to find the X bar and I need to find the Y bar using the principles of centroid, and then I will go to moment of inertia. That's why I was telling, if you do not know how to find the CG, you will not understand how to find the MI, because CG is the first step of MI. So first I have to find CG. To find the CG, I know that the formula is X bar equal to A1x1 plus A2x2 plus A3x3 divided by A1 plus A2 plus A3. And similarly, we will replace all the x1, x2, x3 by y1, y2, y3 to get the y bar. Am I right? Now, for this also, you will be putting up a table, okay, in case of centroidal examples, but there is a big change. the table would be a bit bigger with some more columns. So the table goes like this. Okay. First, you will write the component as it is. Okay. The component, that is, it is a rectangle, it is a square, whatever. So component. And then you will write the area of that particular component. This was also same in case of CG. Then you will write the x values and the y values. Okay. This was the same pattern when we did CG. So till here it is same. After that, I will write IXX for the individuals and I will write IYY for the individuals. Okay. And then I'll have two components called as Rx and Ry. Okay. Rx and Ry. So when we solve for Rx and Ry, I tell you what is Rx and Ry. So before that, I have to find the CG. So first I'll take, what is the first component? I'll keep it like this. So we'll name the components. I'll call this 1, I'll call this 2, I'll call this 3. Okay. So what is the first components? For all the three components are rectangle. First component's area is 300 by 10. So component 1 is a rectangle. Area is 300 by 10. This is A1. Okay. X is going to be what? 300 divided by 2. And Y is going to be 10 divided by 2. They are touching the X and Y axis. So only directly 300 by 2 and 10 by 2. What about IXX for this figure? Is this rectangle will have its own CG like this here. So what is the IXX value for this? So IXX for a rectangle comes into picture now. B D cube by 12. B being 300 into 10 cube divided by 12. B D cube by 12. IYY is DB cube by 12. So 10 into 300 cube by 12 is your IYY. Clear? So till here you write Rx, Ry, we will write it later. This is for the first one. Second also component is a rectangle whose area A2 is going to be 300 by 10 again. 300 by 10. Iska x value kya rahega? It is going to be 10 divided by 2 plus this distance. What is this distance? It is 300 minus 200 divided by 2. That is, this is 50 and this is 10 by 2. How much? Sorry, 300 minus 10 is 290 divided by 2. I did 200, that becomes for this. 300 minus 10. That is 290 divided by 2. How much is 290 divided by 2? I want this distance. 300 minus 10 divided by 2. Yes? 95?
145.
145, sorry. Okay, so 145 plus iska half rahega, right? That is 10 by 2, 5. Okay, this is 150. What about y for this figure? It is 300 by 2 plus 10 because CG say. So 300 by 2 is 150 plus 10 is 160 is the value of y. Okay, IXX. BD cube. So 10 into 300 cube by 12. See for this element, second element, B is 10, this D is 300. 10 into 300 cube by 12. DB cube by 12. 300 into 10 cube by 12. That is IYY. Okay, third one. Third one also is a rectangle. That is this rectangle. Okay, so A3 is going to be 200 by 10. 200 by 10. What about X3? It is 200 by 2 plus this distance. This distance is what? 300 minus 200. This outer is this to this. 300 minus 200 by 2. So that makes it 50. 50 plus 200 by 2. That is again 150. Here it is. Okay, 150. What about Y? 10 by 2 plus 300 plus 10. So 310 plus 5. 315 is your Y value. It is 10 by 2 plus 300 plus 10. What about IXX? 200 into 10 cube by 12. IYY is 10 into 200 cube by 12. Okay. using x, y, and a, these values. First, get me the value of x bar and y bar, please. Get me the value of x bar and y bar. See, x values are here also 150, here also 150, here also 150. So what is the meaning? X bar is going to be 150 mm, symmetrical about y-axis. So no need to calculate putting into the formula. It will be one, only calculate for me y bar. A1, y1, a2, y2, that. A1, y1, a2, y2, a3, y3 divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3. $145. No, that is different. Sanju's answer was previously given. Y bar. I have 140.625. I have 140.625 mm. Check if you're getting the same answer. Anybody got 140.625? That's why I told your CG unit has to be clear to attempt MI.
One 140.625, ma'am.
Correct, 140.625. Now these are your x bar and y bar. So when I look into this figure now, this is, we got 150 and we got y bar as 140.625. Clear? Now, when I'm taking Rx and Ry, okay, this value is nothing but y minus y and y bar's difference. You understand difference? I will not write y minus y bar. When I say y difference of y bar, मतलब the difference, whichever is higher, उसमें से छोटा वाला निकालना है, like that. Okay. So, okay, I wrote for x. Okay. Take it as x difference x bar and y difference y bar for ry, rx and ry. Means what? I have got y bar and x bar now. So difference, when I'm putting it into the table, you have your x here, x values. This is 150, this is also 150, this is also 150. So when I look for x bar, what is x bar value? Is also 150. So it becomes 150 minus 150, 0. X bar is again 150 minus x value here is again 150. So 150 minus 150, 0. 150 minus 150, 0. So in तीनों को 0 हो गया. When I'm doing ry, it is y and y bar's difference. So y bar I got 140.625 and I have individual y values over here. So 140.625 minus this 10 by 2 is 5. Okay, like this. Next, here it is y value is 160. So then next time I take 160 minus 140.625, difference of the two. Okay, and here this is how much? 315. So 315 minus 140.625 is the third element. Okay, so what you can do is you can either get only Rx and Ry sometimes we will need to square it also. So this is about the table, what you do, right? Next, when I'm finding Ixx now, about the centroidal axis, मतलब यहाँ पे, I have to use individual your parallel axis theorem, that is Ig plus AD square. Okay, Ig for each element separately. So Ixx when I'm doing, see for this Ixx, first I take this rectangle. उसका क्या है Ixx value? It is 300 into 10 cube by 12. Ig हुआ plus area is 300 into 10. D is difference that हमने ये किया था ना, y minus y bar, that one. Okay, 140 minus 140.625 minus 5. So that will come here, 140.625 minus 5 the whole square. This is for one element, this element. Similarly, next I'll go to this one. So there B is 10 into, this is 10 into 300 cube. 10 into 300 cube by 12 plus area 10 into 300. CG, इसका क्या था RY? It is 160 minus 140.625. So it is 160 minus 140.625 the whole square. H is that, okay? Plus third element, BD cube, 200 into 10 cube. So 200 into 10 cube by 12 plus A is 200 into 10. CG, 350 minus, it was 315 minus 140.625 the whole square. When I add, substitute, we have substituted, when I add all this, I will get the value of Ixx. You will get it in 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. It is a very big number. So this each calculation is very important. Okay. I will again do the same problem and substitution for Ixx tomorrow. We will continue this tomorrow. Am I clear? I want to solve this once again and we will continue this same example, substitution and what is Rx Ry tomorrow. Clear? Because now the time is up. I will put up the link. Copy. Please check whether it is opening.
Yes, ma'am.